Live from a budding spring, Utah, it's Geek Show Podcast.
Is that what that smell is?
Yeah.
Okay. We got all your news. We got Marvel. We got Star Wars. We got DC. We got everything for you coming up on this episode of Geek Show. Boom.
Yeah.
Hi,
Fish
everybody.
tree season.
It's what?
Tree season?
The fish tree season, which is not what I actually call it, but I don't want to get us demonetized.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Well played.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those outside my apartment window. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. We had two of those in my front yard in my last house. No bueno.
Horrific.
Not good. Everyone, welcome. We're all here. Look at this. Yeah. Rebecca Frost, everybody. Right there. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
At Gross Rebecca on Twitter. That's where I enjoy her. Lee George Cade is over there.
Just reading about the radiation of the metatarsals. I didn't know.
Jay Whitaker is joining us. Jay Whitaker, watch his unprecedented special on YouTube. Again.
I'm a time traveler.
And Quad T, Too Tall Tony, is here as well. All right. Where should we begin? Okay, let's begin
at the beginning.
Should we? Can we all compliment Kerry's new fun layout that he's got?
He's looking good.
He's looking sharp.
Right.
Amazing.
Sharp. I see what you did there.
I'm not sure.
Camera.
I'm not sure. I like y'all seeing me this clearly.
With
Kerry,
flailing
all my flaws now.
I can
Kerry,
take off
what
my
I'm
glasses. Oh, now it looks like it used to.
I am so excited to do our Picard deep dive this week, not only because people can see what a handsome brute you are, but because, wow, Picard. Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, that Picard. We'll get into it maybe later. But let's begin with what dropped earlier in the week, which is the Marvels trailer.
Just watch that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I have
cool.
listened to the music from this soundtrack, from this trailer.
Is it?
A bajillion times.
The Beastie Boys, or is that one?
No, some people have taken the liberty of like remixing their own version. That like, if you go to YouTube, there's like epic trailer versions of songs, and they have taken the music from this trailer, and you can just listen to the music and then go about your day feeling like you are also a superhero.
Okay. There was a lot happening in this trailer, an awful lot. It's almost too much to get into. The Beastie Boys Intergalactic soundtrack was a nice touch. Nick Fury attempts to lead a trio of seasoned and less than seasoned heroes, it says here, through a somewhat zany mission, it looks like. What we're getting from this trailer is, and this was at the end of the Ms. Marvel TV series, is that somehow when these three use their powers, they switch places.
We got a Freaky Friday, everyone.
It's
a Freaky Friday.
It's a triple threat Freaky Friday. So it's like, Monica Rambeau is out in the spacesuit, touches the time
Force
portal
field
thing
or something,
and it's the jumping, from Guardians of the Galaxy, the galaxy jump thing. Their warp speed, and she suddenly is now Ms. Marvel in the suit, and terrified because she's in space, but at the same time fangirling that it's Nick Fury in the window.
When they go to get her, when they go to Kamala's house, like looking for Kamala Khan, she's like, "Did I get in?"
I love it.
Is this some Avengers training course?
I just love her enthusiasm. Just like
She's going to be the much-needed comic relief for this movie because Monica is extremely serious, and Carol, people just don't like her. So,
what was going on with that? I saw on your Twitter feed. What was the deal?
Men.
Why the hate for Captain Marvel?
I don't want to.
Women movies.
I don't want to say this, but not all men.
I feel attacked.
Captain Marvel.
Right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Me,
whatever.
I like
not all
women's.
men.
Normally I'd say men are stupid and this sucks and whatever, but I mean I love Captain Marvel.
I know.
So it's not. This is just dumb men.
They were accusing Carol of not having a sense of humor or being funny at all.
Which is not at all.
Which you didn't see the movie and you didn't read the comic, clearly, because
Carol is so snarky, you guys.
Oh, so tell me, Jimbo Jones, you're a Captain Marvel fan. Name 5 adventures that weren't in a movie or a Marvel.
Right.
Oh, you know Jimbo Jones too?
How about that time where Rogue sucked her life memories out of her head?
How about that time Carol Danvers punched Rogue into space?
How about that time I'm not gonna go into it. There's
All right.
I like women's. I like Marvels.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
okay.
comics. I like
Yeah.
all
It's all
types
there.
of women's.
It's all there for you, Jay. It's all there for you. But
I like
yeah.
women's.
So it looks like you have to do a little homework before we see this movie. You have to watch the WandaVision, and you have to watch Ms. Marvel.
Can we also we gotta talk about the tiny army of kitten flurkins running down
Oh, did
the
I miss that in the
I
trailer?
saw
Yeah.
that too.
It's
Just
in
a
the
all
little
running down the
tiny.
stairs?
I mean, it's literally just kittens running down a set of stairs.
Oh,
but
no,
they're
that's all. That's all this gal
flurkins.
needs.
That's awesome.
I like
mean, we
kittens. I like
They're
flurkins.
I like women's and I like kittens.
Let's see. Let's keep going. This one, Hot Penguin.
Not really.
Not really. No.
Not.
But I saw that trailer and thought it looked really cool.
Ever since Rebecca said it, it stuck with me now. And every time it's this is Hot Penguin right here.
Yep.
Yeah, this is-
We got. I don't know if you can call it a trailer. I think it was more of a.
I feel like this was the definition of teaser.
Yeah.
Kind of a teaser for the Penguin.
But they showed us some behind the scenes stuff too at the same time. Very
Yeah, but like
interesting
that's
way
like
of doing
teasing,
it.
like
yeah.
teasing.
Yeah.
And this is going to be on Max coming up.
Which
Let's
blue
change-
app is that?
Let's change the name again, guys. Why not? You know?
Yeah, let's take the name HBO off of it. You know, the name associated with quality programming like The Sopranos and Game of Thrones, and and let's remove that. Let's just
And let's call it Max, which has been associated with Cinemax for 20 years.
Right. That's
Exactly.
This
Which a different kind of quality programming after
Guys,
11 o'clock at night.
Get that hobo off the logo.
so go and watch that. This apparently takes place right after the Batman movie. And this is the Penguin because there's a volt, there's a
Power
vacuum,
void.
a power
Vacuum.
vacuum
Power.
in Gotham, and he's going to take over. And he's
know-
he's a
good for him.
badass.
There's some interesting parallels here to when the last host of Geek Show podcast back in 2007, when he disappeared in the power vacuum, and then resultantly with you overthrowing all the contenders in
Carrie's
2008.
hot penguin. Carrie's hot penguin confirmed.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that was
I am your hot penguin, folks.
14 years ago. Is he still hot?
Thank you for reminding me, Tony. Coming up on the 13th of next month,
Oh.
which is May.
Oh.
May 13th. It is the almost 15th anniversary of Geek Show.
Wow.
In podcast form, I should say.
Crazy.
Because that's when we started doing it 15 years ago. So we're going to be showing a movie from the year 2008, which is when this podcast was birthed. And
Red on the ground, placenta
That's
and
right.
all.
so
Thanks, Obama.
So we took a look at, we went back, Mike and I went back and we were listening to some of the early podcast episodes. And we were talking about Iron Man a lot because that was
Literally the first topic of the first episode was Iron Man.
exactly. So we decided we're going to show the original Iron Man, the first one, at Broovies.
Nice.
From 2008. So it's Broovies, Salt Lake City. The doors are at 11:30. The podcast starts at noon, and we'll show the movie shortly thereafter. Pay what you want is what we always say, and we will see you there.
Mike may have or may have not strong-armed me into doing a limited edition 15th anniversary Iron Man poster for this
To be
event.
fair, he
So-
posited it to everybody, and you.
And you,
He specifically added me
did, he
several
did.
times.
Yeah.
And as everyone knows, after 10 o'clock at night, which is when he did this, he knows this. He's a lawyer. He knows my weaknesses. He knows. He studies these for a living. Nightly takes over at 10, and Nightly has no impulse control. So if you present something to Nightly and say, hey, Nightly, will you do this thing? He's going to be like, yeah, I got nothing going on.
He's not going to be like the night people of Rick and Morty. Like, yes, I'll make
Yeah.
you a poster.
Yeah. So yeah, enjoy the poster that Nightly has to draw now. 'Cause
and with any luck, we're going to have some the new. We were getting compliments on our new logo. People are digging it, and hopefully
like
we'll
it.
have some merch by then.
yeah, Nightly didn't design that, by the way. That was Daily.
That was daily.
Yeah.
You designed it daily?
Daily.
At night.
Oh,
Weird.
Yeah.
Fighter of the nightly. Ah, champion of the art.
Don't forget our Patreon is geekshowgotthiscovered.com if you want to support the show, and like and subscribe and all that here on the YouTube as well. All right.
Do it.
Next trailer. This one is just a little bit of fun. Muppets Mayhem is the TV series.
I had such a good time with this.
Did you watch the trailer?
I want to
watched
be
it
in
several
this
times.
show in particular.
What is this?
So as background, my youngest is a die-hard Muppet fan. Can
Really?
identify the different voice actors literally just by hearing them. Like a sommelier of Muppet voices.
Really? That's cool.
And is like very, very hesitant about this because there's like a whole doctoral thesis on where this could go wrong and where it could go gloriously right. So the Kate household is ready. The Glorious Republic of Kateistan will be having a premiere.
Well, it's May 10th on Disney Plus, and the trailer is out there. And one of my favorite parts is from a truly loathsome individual, Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh yeah, I've been following the Electric Mayhem forever. As a matter of fact," and he lifts up his shirt where he has the tattoo that says Mayhem on it. He's had it forever. He says, "Yeah, I fell asleep, and this is what they did to me."
Ah.
Womp,
There's-
womp, womp.
There is a fantastic bit with Kevin Smith talking about trying to record his bits, and he's like, I've done bits with everybody. I've met my heroes. I got to work with Carlin and Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, and yet even standing next to the puppeteer operating the Muppet, I was freaking out because I was working with the Muppets and couldn't keep it together. So
Do we all have that
Yeah.
sort of affinity for the Muppets? I think we.
They're
I
just
think we all
magical.
do.
There's something magical about them.
I have to agree.
I rock with them. You know what it is? I just don't like humans with them.
but that's
Well-
like the entirety of the Muppets.
But it takes me out. Like, I just want to see the Muppets just like talking to each other. No humans
No, I
involved.
like it when there's one human.
Like this picture.
Yeah.
and Rita Moreno.
Well, she's their manager. The plot of the show is apparently they've been together for 40 or 45 years and they've never recorded an album.
Because they're too busy rocking.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Unpopular opinion: humans and Muppets should not be on the same screen.
Oh my God, Jay.
I celebrate diversity, but I just
that
don't want to.
that is problematic.
I don't know why I have a problem with it, but I do.
Not all
I'm sorry.
humans, Jay.
You know,
wow.
Send that hate
separation
mail
of
to-
separation of biological and felt. Come on now.
No, I agree when it comes to like Debbie Harry and Muppets. Not so great.
Anyway, there's a lot of musicians in this. The series stars Lily Singh and Taj Mowry. They are record executives. You've got Deadmau5 in there. You've got Zed. You've got Chris Stapleton, Little Nas X, Tommy Lee, Cheech and Chong, Kesha, Morgan Freeman. A lot of humans. A lot of
I
humans.
like
Jay,
hearing
and
you
I'm-
say Kesha.
Kesha. Well, at least I didn't say $, huh?
Yeah.
That's
at
a
least.
joke I usually make.
Oh, nobody should make it.
Nobody should. So there's your Muppets. All right.
Go ahead. Never mind.
I was going to say, now to the DC news that got everybody so excited.
Glad I didn't interrupt.
James Gunn has announced his casting for the Creature Commandos cartoon.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, there
This
they are.
looks cool.
Keep
Hot
in mind
Frankenstein.
that he said, I'm casting the people not just for the voice, but for the possibility of someday them playing this in live action.
Awesome.
So that's what got us really excited. You've got Grillo as Rick Flag Sr., father of Rick Flag.
Great casting, I think.
Is that him wearing the helmet? No.
No, that's a character I'm very interested in and need to know more about. Let's see. Okay, so David Harbour is Frankenstein essentially.
Perfect.
The role he was
Finally.
born to play.
Finally. now he's played Frankenstein in two things.
Yes. Indira Varma as the bride. Let's see. David Harbour as Eric Frankenstein. Sean Gunn as, now this is the character I'm curious about, G.I. Robot.
What more do you need? It's all there in the name.
Yeah, there it is.
And he's right there.
Right in a little nutshell for you.
I want an action figure of that guy.
I think you'll get one.
Zoe Chow as Nina Mazursky. The legendary Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus, who would be that guy right there.
Yeah.
And Maria Bakalova as a new character, Princess Ilana Rostovic, it says here. And of
Sounds
course,
Russian.
you got Steve Agee in there from Peacemaker, Sean Gunn returning as, you got, let's see, Steve Agee as John Economos, and Sean Gunn as Weasel. Weasel's right there, too.
His name is Beard Dye or Dye Beard.
Dye Beard.
Dye Beard. You mentioned how you want action figures from this, and I've seen some of the stuff that McFarlane Toys has been doing for the DC franchise.
Oh, yeah?
If you go to the McFarlane Toys Twitter page right now, they're showing the Batwing from the Flash movie.
Yes, I saw.
It's 2 feet across.
Whoa, right?
What?
What a toy.
He made the
2
Batwing.
And this is the Keaton one, right?
It's the Keaton Batwing, and it's to
Oh,
scale
man.
with the action figure, and I just watched it going, you got junk plastic, Todd, but that's pretty cool.
That's a lot.
So that's I'm actually looking forward to this. James Gunn may make me a DC fan.
Yeah. The other bit with action figures, I hate to side rail this, but Lawyer Mike posted pictures from the new Spider-Verse action figures last night.
Oh, yes, he's very excited.
They're very good.
They look
They're
awesome.
very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And into more problematic news.
What now?
Again, this
I
is
said I
something
don't
that
like Muppets.
the geek.
That's why I was quiet, Jay. That's
true.
why I didn't say anything.
The Geek Show Twitter account, I retweet news stories throughout the week. So that's why you really should follow us, because you're going to be up on, and I don't retweet these clickbait sites. I only go to the sources. And I retweeted this story because it's news and there are people who like this franchise, and that's why I retweeted it. But boy, the talk back in that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
the,
Here we go.
the Harry Potter TV series.
Nobody wants this.
Yeah, who's clamoring for this?
There are some people who are just ride and die with this franchise. And
There are.
that's
Did you say
so
ride and die, not ride or die?
I did.
I kind of like those options.
I mean, not that I wish death on anybody. We all like the things that we like. I
Yeah.
loved the Harry Potter stuff when my kids were little, and then things came out, and you kind of go.
I was going to say, I went to one of the Harry Potter movies, and I
You've seen one of the movies?
I've seen one. I can't remember which one, but I
It's the
remember
one where they all
sitting. I remember sitting and watching it, going, I can see why this is extraordinarily popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Well,
This for me, it's very fun because I was 11 when the first book came out. I read Harry. I grew up at the same time as Harry Potter, essentially. And so it's kind of fun to watch the first big franchise of my youth get a reboot so soon.
That's what I was going
Wow.
to say. I feel
I
like
never
it's
thought about it
just.
like that.
I just feel like it's really soon. To,
Well,
It's been
So
a quarter
soon.
century, guys.
It really
25
has.
years. No, it hasn't. That would mean
it
I'm
has.
30. That would mean I'm 37.
When was the first movie? By the way, Tony, you're the same age I was when Geek Show started. Look forward to this shit.
Time comes for us all.
Just because my gray is following in your gray's footsteps in the
This
beard
Harry Potter reboot's
section.
tearing us apart.
Hey, real quick. I like the picture that y'all chose for this because it's like the Hogwarts look is all the problematic stuff behind, and Harry's like, turn around, go back, like back.
And this is from the third Harry Potter movie too, the good one.
I think that's
Alfonso
was-
Cuarón.
So good.
That's the one I
Amazing.
saw.
Yeah,
So good.
I like Harry Potter's, but for me, what takes me out is the fact that Dumbledore's name was Brian, and that just doesn't make any sense
That was
to
one
me.
of his names.
Brian.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's
doesn't
what's
matter.
holding you
Do
up.
you know what
Okay.
took me? Do you know what took me out of this universe? Was J.K. Rowling was busy making all these retcons and said, I don't know, they used to just shit in the halls and then would wizard it away.
That's the thing. Is like, why did she have to keep
You didn't have
poking
to.
things?
You
and-
didn't have. You
just-
could have just been quiet
Boom.
and rolled in your billions.
Exactly.
Or when she's sitting there talking about all the Hufflepuff orgies that would be happening in the hallways, and you're like, lady, seriously, your fan fiction is disturbing, and it's your franchise.
Yeah.
So what this is going to be is they're going to take each one of the books and make it a season of a TV series. So
Carrie, do you even know what happens in Harry Potter?
there's
Brian shows up to the Hufflepuff party.
just saves the
Yes.
day.
Look,
There's-
my biggest problem is the mispronunciation of the name Brian.
Albus Dumbledore Dumbledore.
He's the worst character. He's the worst character in the whole show.
Yes, he is.
So
He's a monster.
This will be on your Max, and I won't be watching myself. But there you go.
I'll probably check it out.
Enjoy.
Carrie, can we you watch or read Harry Potter for the first time? Like that would be so fun.
I give him 15 minutes.
Would you like to experience Harry Potter books the way I did, which would be you getting tucked in every night as I read a chapter of Harry Potter to you as you go to sleep?
Here's what we'll do.
That's
we'll
content.
do episodes. I'll just tell you what happens, and
I'm all for that.
we don't have to read anything.
What I would love to see, though, is some WB executive sneak some trans inclusivity into the Harry Potter franchise. Because
I think you're going to get it. I do.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Wait, one more thing before we move on.
Yes.
If you think that this was Daniel Radcliffe's best work and you haven't seen anything he's done after Harry Potter,
You have not seen Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man,
Swiss Army Man is
Guns
wild.
Akimbo.
Look, Swiss Army Man may not be his best story, but it's probably his bravest, because when you're playing a farting corpse that sings a song while somebody rides you across the ocean like a jet ski.
He's a weirdo, and I love him.
Shipwreck Sean has the best idea right here in the chat room. We need a drag reading of these books.
Have you seen me in drag, Carrie? I could be at your house tonight at 9.
Not allowed. Illegal.
All right, let's get to some other news. We got some casting. The Blade movie is going forward finally, and they've cast Mia Goth is going to be in it.
She doesn't look nothing like Blade.
Where I know her from?
That's Pearl.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, yeah, I've seen her before.
Among other things.
She's an X, yeah.
It's not saying what the character is, just that she is in it, and that's all we know. So she's in it with Mahershala Ali. Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's go for Blades.
I want to know who's playing Dracula when he swoops in during that delivery.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
You guys, there's so much Dracula content coming out.
There really is.
Oh, the trailer for what is it? Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
So I'll talk about this a little bit later, but like I went to go see Renfield yesterday, and my theater was full of Dracula fans. Like,
why would
overt
Dracula fans want to
fans.
see a Nicolas Cage movie?
Were they all dressed as Dracula, or
I mean, some people were, and one girl, she was dressed so cute. She had like a Dracula, but it was a book purse, and the trailer for The Last Ride of the Demeter showed up, and the audience was like, ooh, and I'm like, damn, y'all must really like Dracula. That's nice.
I just want the movie, The True Story of Count Chocula. That's all I'm after.
It's
starring Pete Davidson.
That's actually been on Peacock for like a year.
It has? I better get in there.
Yeah.
Let's see, more casting. This is, Ahsoka, the show. Of course, we've heard that they're bringing...
You can't show that on the podcast.
Rebecca, this was a gift from me to you. This is my hero, Wes Chatam from The Expanse.
Yeah, this is The Expanse.
Yeah. He's going to be playing Admiral Thrawn's right-hand man in the...
His right hand swimmer's V. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, Wes Chatham plays Amos on The Expanse, and he's a bit of a sociopath who has to have other people tell him what's right.
Right, and I think he is probably my favorite character in the Expanse series. He's just so fascinating.
Oh no, he's amazing.
So, can you tell me about the character he's going to be playing?
Do we need to know anything?
It's
look at him.
Look at him. He's a god.
He's playing a V.
Admiral Paleon was one of Thrawn's right hand men, and he was just spoiler alert debuted on The Mandalorian. So
yes,
Chatham may be playing a variation on one of the characters from Heir to the Empire. We just don't know.
We don't know which one yet.
Yeah, he's just he is a fun dude. He's got a podcast with one of the writers of the Expanse books where they just talk about science fiction, and it is
what?
Wow.
Yeah.
How have I not heard about this?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, and I love it. They originally just did Expanse stuff, but now they're just talking about science fiction.
That's awesome.
It's great.
Tiffany in the chat coming in swinging. Can I play his right hand? Bada bing!
And okay, first of all, those aren't gum cutters.
Nope.
Those aren't.
Nope. We could just move on. We could just keep the show moving. And
He's one of my The Expanse is literally one of my favorite science fiction series of all times, and he's so good in it. So seeing him take the step to Star Wars is just
Well, that's good. All right.
Yeah.
More casting. I whether you want it or not, it's coming.
Nope. No, add Lee. We were past it, Lee, and here you comes and swinging on your vine.
I hope there's another present for me on the next
coming
slide.
I just got the joke.
Oh, Lee. So first of all, don't bring it back. Second of all, really? That took you that long? I mean, come on, man.
Come on, man. I just had my morning applesauce. I'm very old.
I have applesauce
These
every
kids
morning.
and their
This is
words, I don't know what any of these words mean.
My morning applesauce.
My bad, y'all.
I'm sorry. I'm erasing gum cutters now and putting my morning applesauce.
My morning applesauce.
It's my favorite new cover band, My Morning Applesauce.
My morning applesauce. Oh my!
It's the My Morning Jacket cover band.
Oh my god.
Available only on Apple Music.
That's
And
right.
no-
It's
you
my
gotta
morning
take-
jacket.
You just got to take your teeth out before you sing.
That's true. All right. Let's see more casting on the. It says HBO Max, but I got to get in the habit of just saying Max now, don't I?
For now.
For now,
This is so dumb.
This is the It prequel. Welcome to Derry.
Who needs this?
I don't know, but here's your first four actors that have been cast. Taylour Paige.
Striking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jovan Adepo from Watchmen.
Also striking.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Moly.
Chris Chalk from Perry Mason.
Okay.
Perry Mason's an amazing series that a lot of people are sleeping on right now.
They should be watching it. It's really quite good.
How much time do y'all have to watch all this?
I don't. I just fall asleep in front of the TV and wake up and go, "That was great."
I've got 6 episodes stacked up in my DVR. I'm gonna get to it.
But it's
really good.
1930s LA.
I love that stuff.
That's
amazing.
This is awesome. I love
And
that
then let's
suit.
see. Also, James Remar has been cast as well. So we've seen him.
He's
before.
it.
I get it. I give you.
Well,
two
he's
to see what you
he's
did
the old.
But he's the first 4 actors that they have cast. It's the show prequel to the 2 films based on the novel. So it's coming to your Max.
I'm with it.
I wish
just
this
waiting
was
for
a.
the.
Go ahead, Lee.
I was just waiting for the American Milk Board to come in and say, "Here's a whole bunch of money if you change it to Welcome to Derry."
DAI.
Yeah.
Guys, don't laugh at that. Don't laugh
No,
at that.
bring it. I'm sleepy.
I wish this was a prequel to Derry Girls, and it was about the girls'
There it
moms.
is.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
They did
More-
that episode. They did that
I
episode.
know. That's what I'm saying. It is ripe to continue the Derry Girls prequel.
Please laugh at that joke. That was better.
That wasn't a joke. I want it to happen.
He's just
What's wrong with you?
Still funnier than what I tried.
Womp womp.
I'm sorry, Lee.
It's okay.
All right.
I
Wait a
needed
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. I have a sound for that.
There it is.
There you go. Lee.
It should have been The Price is Right. Boom, boom, boom,
Man.
boom.
I need to find that one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Let's see. Now, originally this next TV show was going to be called Dunk and Egg, and I'm glad they changed it because I would have tuned in for like omelet talk or something. I don't know.
Omelet talk. Enjoy.
Now
The
I want an
Game of-
omelet.
The Game of Thrones prequel. It's called Night of the Seven Kingdoms now.
Another one?
This used to
Yeah.
be about eggs.
It was
no,
called
Egg
Dunk
was
and
the
Egg.
squire.
Yeah.
Our friend?
It's
Yes,
the
our friend
it's
Egg
the-
Foo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually why he's moving to Texas, is so he can be closer to the shooting set as the squire in the Hedge Knight television series.
Makes sense.
Plenty of shooting in Texas.
Well, they just needed a reason to keep George R.R. Martin from ever finishing the book series.
I guess.
Come on. Like, he's actually contributing to this other than the name.
They supposedly
Unrelated, Guillermo del Toro has been posting on Twitter like while he's out like on scouting locations, and every time he posts, everyone's like, "Get back to writing Winds of Winter,"
Guillermo del
because
Toro?
he looks like George R.R. Martin.
Terrible.
I mean, yes, because they're both overweight guys. That's the only sort of like.
with beards.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, the other big quality.
No, Lee, I'm with Rebecca on this one. They look kind of alike.
Don't look at anything alike.
Guillermo del Toro is a younger version
Bring it up.
of Gurm.
I need images. Hold on.
No, I'm not qualifying this.
This is the game. This is the Game of Thrones prequel, based on the Duncan Egg books. They're already
they
done,
do.
I guess, so he doesn't have to.
Oh, so he did actually write more books, but not the right
Yeah,
books.
this is a prequel story that's been out for like 10 years.
Oh,
And
okay.
It's good.
All right.
It's good. And
But
supposedly he's working more with Warner Brothers to make sure that the scripts stay closer to the source material. But
Yeah, they haven't
finish
cast
it.
anybody. This is just. They said we're going forward. We're making this show. It's going to happen. So we'll keep you.
I see.
We got a shoe in. Egg Foo's right here. He's ready. Throw him in.
Which incestuous ancestor is this one about?
Take your pick.
Take your pick.
Wait, I have a
is-
solid question.
Dealer's
okay.
choice.
Solid question. Seven
ahead.
Kingdoms. So is this how is this a prequel if there's 7 kingdoms? Because Dorne would be involved, correct?
I don't know.
The seven,
Listen,
there
you're
were
asking-
7 kingdoms prior to the schism.
Okay.
It
here's-
sounds like
yeah,
you're
no,
asking
just-
a lot of questions.
I just
Here's
made
who
all
this
that up,
is-
by the way, but I made it sound quality.
All right,
They're-
ChatGP Lee.
Yeah.
Or is that Knightley making that up? Okay, it's Sir Duncan the Tall and a young Aegon V Targaryen. That is Egg.
Aegon
Egg.
V. Targaryen, I think he's the
Yeah.
one that went off to join the guys on the wall.
And it's
Aegon
90
5.
90 years prior to the events of Song of Ice and Fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I won't watch it, but okay.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it because I'm toxic.
I felt so bad. I tried
but
to
no
watch
room
this.
for Perry Mason.
It's a better show.
Here's something else, because and again, a lot of these projects you can tell, it's all about this, really. You know,
Yeah, the money.
the Harry
Yeah, the
Potter,
Harry-
the Game
Harry
of Thrones.
Potter.
You know, here's another one, Stranger Things, the animated series.
I don't know if this is really from the animated series or if it's fan art, but it was cool looking. So
It looks cool. Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Yeah.
It's according
Because
to
they're all too old to be the kids.
Right.
Come on now.
according to Variety, Netflix has ordered Stranger Things animated series from the Duffer Brothers. The Duffers said, "We've always dreamed of an animated Stranger Things in the vein of the Saturday morning cartoons that we grew up loving." So does that mean the cheap animation and the repeating backgrounds? And,
So Nelvana's
Of
coming
course.
back. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you know what we need? We need Filmation to come back from the dead because we've got a crap ton of Star Trek flats to use."
Yes.
And
This art style.
and then at the end of everyone, like Hopper could come out and be like, "What did we learn today, kids? Well, we learned that drug
Knowledge
addiction's
is
a bad
power.
thing." Yeah.
well, and if it is like those Saturday morning cartoons, they've all got to start a band.
Yep.
They need a band, right? And
Yeah.
they
You
have
guys
a
are
But
shark,
talking-
the
a shark as a
commercials
drummer.
were part of it, and there's not going to be any commercials.
You guys are talking about old cartoons.
Yes, we're old, Tony.
I
Tony,
know. That was the point I was
old.
making with that statement.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
that
Tony, you
creature
didn't
from the
have to burn them so bad. Oh my god.
So Carrie and I are starting a side series where we just talk about the Pebbles and Bam Bam cartoon for 16 years.
Yeah.
I hope you're all ready for that.
It's
I'll
going to be
subscribe.
tough. Like and subscribe.
You'll watch
Yeah.
that, but not the new Game of Thrones. I actually feel pretty good about that.
Or
Yeah,
Perry
Lee.
Mason.
It's called.
All right, fine. I'll load up Perry Mason's tonight. I'll
yeah.
watch it.
Get
You'll
on
like
that.
it. It's good. It's
a good
really
show.
good.
Jay, let's
I'll
watch
give you
Perry
a
Mason, and then we'll do a Perry Mason deep dive for Patreon.
I'll do a Perry Mason's reenactment. Let's go.
I'll watch
Let's
that.
go. You be Perry, I'll be Mason.
We got it.
Let's see. The Library of Congress announced 25 recordings representing some of the, quote, defining sounds of the nation's history and culture will be added to the National Recording Registry, including the music from Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
Which
well, yeah.
is not originated from
nope.
this country, is
That's
it?
Japanese. That
Well.
music originated in Japan. Wow, way to pull up the old
Wow,
Super Mario Brothers
American
TV show.
culture represented finally.
Yep.
Big ups to this, Lee. Well done.
Congress is culture vulturing. Wow.
You know what's crazy? So I used to work for a company. I used to work for a ghostwriting company, and I would have to like submit stuff to the Library of Congress, and their website has not been updated since 1998.
You used to write
Unsurprising.
for Ghosts?
Yeah, I used to write for Ghosts. They would tell me their stories, and I would shut my eyes and just let the spirit take my hand.
This makes sense, yeah.
Let's see. It says here, not only did Super Mario Brothers, which was bundled by the NES when Nintendo's first console launched in '85, help save the video game industry, it remains one of the top 10 best-selling video games of all time, with some 58 million copies sold to date. Now, I bring this up because it's also going in at the same time as some other notable tunes you may know.
Kickstart my heart. Come on.
Wow.
John Lennon's Imagine, Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
Hey.
Again, not American bands.
Buck Cherry's Crazy Bitch. It's right there.
Buck Cherry.
Tequila.
Pulling the Buck Cherry out. Wow.
They're playing some place over here in September. We should get there.
What other songs, Kerry? I'm sorry.
No, Madonna, Like a Virgin. It's all those that you've heard.
Like a virgin?
Wait, so is the Library of Congress, are they trying to preserve all kinds of things, or is it supposed to be just American stuff? It's all kinds of things, right?
It's all kinds of things, not just American.
Oh, apparently it's got to be all kinds of things.
It's stuff that is important and influential
to
This
human
is
culture, kind of.
Our
human culture.
Library of Alexandria.
I see.
What happens when it burns down? No one will know.
Yeah, we have it all digitized,
Records lost to time.
Like fragments of history lost forever.
Tears.
Paris Hilton's
rain.
Stars Are Blind. Is that going in?
It's not
Yes.
in there, no.
No, it was last year.
Oh.
It's already in there, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Jason Derulo should be in there. Whatever he's doing lately, I feel
Jason Derulo.
Yeah,
This picture of
that-
Jason
that
Derulo
part.
falling down the stairs is in the Library of Congress.
Paris Hilton was last year with Fur's Doot Doot.
Oh, wow, that was nightly.
What was that? I didn't get that reference.
I got it, Lee. Thank you.
That was for Carrie,
That was
specifically.
just for me. It's a joke just
Yeah.
for me, you guys. Just
We were like
okay.
babies when it came out.
Yeah. Also coming out, we got a trailer for Star Wars Visions Season 2.
So
And
excited.
I'll be honest with you, this one intrigued me. The first season, I went, okay, all right, yeah. But this one is instead of focusing just on anime, it's going to be all kinds of animation, from all over the globe,
Including Aardman.
including Aardman, which you found right there. This is
Gromit.
this is one called "I Am Your Mother" by Aardman. And what's interesting about the one with Aardman is that it's bringing back Dennis Lawson as Wedge Antilles.
They're bragging about it because he's going to have more dialogue in this than he's had in the entirety of live-action Star Wars.
Are they doing a Wedge Antilles story? Because in the books, big fun guy.
The Rogue Squadron books are so amazing and so rife for adaptation. That's what we were hoping we were getting with Patty Jenkins.
That's what I thought we were going to get.
I again, go back, make those. They're good.
Yeah, give me
How
more
many,
Wedge Antilles. Dang.
What's the percentage of Porkins in those books? Does
Yeah,
he
how much
get-
Porkins we talking?
He's dead. He's dead.
Oh, it's after he died?
Yeah. So, but they have a Gamorrean named Piggy who replaces him. And,
Okay, I'm back in. All right.
Yeah, yeah. And Piggy at one point has to go to a drag show. It's
This is nightly.
sublime.
Uh,
This
no-
is pure.
Another
just-
one is is called Screecher's Reach by Cartoon Saloon with Angelica Houston as Sith Mother,
Sith Mommy?
Sith Mommy.
That
You've
sounds
also
like
got
a band name.
Sith Mommy is the name of my band.
But you make it Sith. You make it Sith Mother Boy, and you have a Arrested Development reunion.
That's true. From Studio Mirror, Journey to the Dark Head with Daniel Day Kim and Ashley Park doing voices.
Show that on Disney.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it looks interesting. David Diggs is doing some voices. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, he's good.
yeah,
He's
there's a bunch
Diggs.
of them. So they'll be on May 4th, of course, is when they'll drop those on Disney+.
Of course.
Now, since we're talking Star Wars, this one, I hesitate to even do this story because.
But you're going to do it
Because-
anyway.
Now, before I do this news story, I have to tell you a quick story. Okay. One of the things growing up here in Utah, when you're growing up in the Mormon stuff, was seminary. And one of the things that they did in seminary, which was like, music is evil. The music is evil lesson. And I remember it distinctly because I went in there with my, like this, you're not going to change my mind.
I didn't know you had to go to seminary.
You should have. You would have loved it.
Just gotta sign up. They'll let anyone in.
They
It's
will.
the only state in the country where you can be excused from school for an hour to go religion.
Now see, here's the thing: is that what they will do is they'll play songs backwards. The backward mask.
Now, hang
yes.
on. What they used to do. They didn't
haven't
do
done
this in
it
any
in
of
seminary
my
experience.
seminary classes.
They haven't done this
Somebody
in a
also
while.
didn't go to seminary in rural Utah.
That's
Exactly.
true. I was in,
So they would show you images and play songs backwards, and you'd be confused. And then they would say something, and suddenly that's all you could hear. So like they play Another One Bites the Dust. It sounds like a backwards song to me. I don't hear anything. And the guy goes, clearly you can hear them say, it's fun to smoke marijuana. And I'm like, well, now that's all I hear. Yes. And then there was, what?
It's weird that they would say that.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jay.
Because he was trying to tell me Another One Bites the Dust. That's not even a saying. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, it is. It's from Westerns. Anyway, let's move on. And then he shows me this Black Sabbath album cover, and there's a blood stain on this tarp.
And you're like, I like Black Sabbath now.
And I'm like, okay. What about it? He goes, well, can't you see the devil's face in that blood stain? And now that's all I can see. Now, the reason I tell you this is because this is all I can hear now. In the most recent episode of The Mandalorian,
Yes.
the little guys that fix the robots, the Babu Frick people,
Yeah.
That's their actual name, the Babu.
the Babu Fricks.
the Babu Fricks of the world.
Yep.
There's a moment where they're Enzelian is what they're called, Enzelans. They bring, they show up. He walks across a table to avoid Grogu,
No squeezy.
and he says,
baby.
and he says, "Bad baby, no squeezy." But apparently, and again, it's only because I listened back to it with this in my head that I heard it. Apparently, he says, because the captions say "speaks Anzellan," he says, "I'm out, MFer."
I heard this too.
What?
Yeah.
But
I heard it.
same thing, because I saw a tweet that said you can hear him say,
Yes.
I'm out, MFer.
That's all I can hear.
And I'm like, I do love that, and I want it as a ringtone.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I only hear that now because I read that story.
They
You know?
just disguised it as well as they disguised Chopper, who, by the way, has dropped the F-bomb more than any other character in Star Wars.
That's true. So
More than R2?
They just don't give a Babu Frick.
Hey.
Jay.
I like that joke. That's a good joke.
So
No squeezy.
I would say go back and watch it, but now that I've planted this in your head, that's all you're going to hear.
Well, see, and I haven't
Go
watched
back
it
and
yet,
watch
so
it for other
so
reasons.
this
It's one of the best Star Wars ever.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, can we talk about how I was
Yes.
100% out of Star Wars, but then last week with the Beat Cop episode, and then this week where he gets to inhabit the corpse of his dead friend, walking around going, yes, no.
Yes,
I'm all the back in, baby.
Fully back in.
But
Laugh
you know
out
what?
loud moment.
As much as we're enjoying it, the rest of the internet is not. The Star Wars fans are calling this season the worst ever. And I
forgot
just
how to-
silly
Mind-blowing.
Star Wars. Just
And
be
I-
silly Star Wars.
I'm like, are you watching the same show that I am? Because
I have a-
I'm enjoying this.
I have a theory. It goes back to like the prequel era, where a certain edgelord mentality would kick in. If you don't like it because you don't like it, that's fine. If
Yeah.
you don't like it because it's cool and popular to other people, well, then you're an edgelord. So
Exactly.
and that's
Or
kind
a
of where we're
hipster.
at. A hipster edgelord, which is like the ultimate form.
Yeah.
This season has had its rough spots that are actually starting to have some payoffs, which is great.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, because when your Aunt Karen says, hey, I watched the new Star Wars the other day, then you're like, I can't stand it anymore. Plus, how dare we have fun in Star Wars?
all you had me at Katie Sackhoff dressed as Boba Fett. That's like two of my
Right.
fantasies. So
Right. How dare we have fun in a series that actually allowed Chewbacca to have a Tarzan yell in Return of the Jedi? Because damn it, there's no way that he would know a Tarzan yell. Come on, guys. It's science fiction. It's fun. Allow yourself some joy.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And sorry, Katie Sackhoff in those pants. Respectfully.
They're
That's
good
it.
pants. Good pants.
Those are good pants.
I wish I had Mandalorian armor so I also could walk boobs first into any room.
Amen.
But those pants.
Yep. Good pants.
Great pants.
Let me write that down.
That's all I'm gonna
Great
say.
pants.
Great pants, Katie Sackhoff. Great pants.
Pants.
Yeah, but as
No squeezy in those pants, you know what I'm talking about?
as Bug Hunter brings up, they're not really Star Wars fans if they're not screaming at each other.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they ain't got nice pants.
No pants. All
No
right.
squeezy. They got squeezy in them jeans.
Let's get to what we consumed this week. Who wants to go first? Lee.
I'm going to be so fast about this. Yellow Jackets, stop it.
Oh, I'm behind still.
I'm
Damn,
behind,
I'm
too.
so
I
behind.
got
Oh my
jackets.
god.
Mandalorian, thank you for making me laugh and making... So, I love Mandalorian because it's one of the few shows that my entire family sits down and watches together and just
Nice.
loves from start to finish.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
that is a gift that I absolutely cherish forever. Picard, thanks for making me cry, you bastards.
Okay. Cool.
Man, everyone's talking about this Picard episode.
Well, no, this whole season's been amazing, and they're just like, oh, well, wait a second. This is a game of Jenga where they're doing it backwards. They're taking it from the collapsed wreckage of Jenga and building this wobbly tower, and you're going, they can't possibly put more on there, and then they do.
As far as spoilers go, Lee and I are doing we've done a YouTube deep dive on every episode.
Yeah.
So go back
Yeah.
and look at those on our channel here.
And then Succession, which is a show that I don't talk about much, but I absolutely love. It decided to say, oh, you think you understand drama?
Been hearing all about this episode.
Hold our Brian Cox.
The amount of drama that show is able to extract from a few seconds of violin music and piano music.
There's
have they won Emmys yet for the music on that show? Because
I've been dissecting this last episode for pretty much since it aired, and there's a shot that goes on for half an hour that takes place on a boat that's on its way to a wedding.
Awesome.
And it's intense and it's stressful, and you kind of need a cigarette and a nap afterwards. So it's just like, give them all the awards. As my youngest put it, it's like they dangled one Emmy and said only one of you gets this, and they all went for it.
that's a great way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So good stuff.
Let's see.
That's the
It's
theme
not
song.
extraction. It's not extraction, Jay.
Hey, yo, can I go?
You go.
All right, so check this. Yeah, I'm on the Lee train. Same thing.
It's a good train. Thanks.
Right.
I'm on the Lee train.
Mandalorians, mitochondrians. I'm all about it, man. Like it is
Powerhouse
it's so,
of the cells.
It's so fun. Like me and my wife sit down and watch this show. We're not super Star Wars fans, but we just sit down and we enjoy this. This last episode had us like snorting laughing at one particular scene. Watch it for yourself. You'll enjoy. I text Rebecca. I couldn't stop. It was just great. Yes to all of it.
Yes.
I checked out Apple TV is killing it right now. We got Ted
Oh, yeah.
Lassos. We got
Yeah.
Ted Lassos. We got Smigadoons. We got Big Door Prize, which I am very intrigued by this.
Yeah.
Please
How far are you?
I'm like midway through the second episode. So
I'm on like
didn't,
the fourth or fifth episode. It's very interesting.
Right.
I'm with you on this. This is really cool.
but
Didn't
also,
Chicago do their Sweeney Todd episode?
I think
Well,
they're
so
getting
the
ready to get to-
the whole new season is like
Yeah.
based on the dark musicals,
right.
Yeah, no, I was
also
laughing
hair.
my butt off at that. So
and also like Pippin too.
Pippin and hair.
hey-
It's good.
Hey Lee, can I stop looking at this Mandalorian?
Yeah.
sorry, I got distracted.
Hey,
Do we have like a what y'all watching?
Oh, no, I was on this new show called Distraction.
Distraction.
And then wait, so Apple TV they just dropped like another thing with it. It's a true crime, and I forget what it is, but it's like an investigate. Oh, the last thing he told me with Jennifer Garner. The trailer just dropped for that, so me and my wife are gonna check that out. And then we got Extrapolations. Extrapolations. And it actually has an S in the end. I didn't throw it on there. Like that's the name of the show. My wife was like, "Oh, baby, they put the S on you already for you." I was like, "Cool." It's got.
How considerate of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice,
so
isn't
nice.
it? Yeah.
But like, here's the premise of the show, and this is what it's science fiction with Meryl Streep. Say less.
What?
Yes, science fiction, Meryl Streep.
I'm in.
Climate change is real, And so basically, it starts in 2036 and it goes all the way to like 2084, and it shows the world how we progress. It just dropped yesterday. We got 3 episodes. I'm all in. So if you guys want to get on the extrapolations train with your boy, I will be doing a deep dive on this. This is my thing. Science fiction and Meryl Streep. I'm locked in. Edward Norton's in it. Some other black people are in it, and I'm really excited. And so, like, it's got diversity and climate change, which are things I believe in. And the last thing I want to get to is Kaleidoscopes on Netflix. I'm like 2 episodes in. We got Giancarlo Esposito doing a heist movie, Ocean's 11 style. And
what order are you watching it in?
Yeah, is this the show you can watch it in like different orders?
Yes. Yes. So I'm going to do that.
He's literally the busiest guy in Hollywood.
I don't know how you guys have time to watch Perry Mason.
Look at all these things he's watching. He just named off like 12 things.
Get off of me.
Get all the way off of my back.
Yeah, get off
What
of
the
my
Ants
back.
aliens said to Grogu.
That's right.
No, it's Queasy.
Yes. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
Tony.
So yeah, I've been watching the Big Door Prize like Jay. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And then we started 2 shows on Hulu called Am I Being Unreasonable?
Which I love the title.
Yeah, and it's a really interesting show too, and quite funny.
Are they being unreasonable?
Yeah,
I don't think so
solid
far.
question.
No. And then
Such a British title.
and then another one called This Way Up. Also an interesting one. They're both like BBC comedy drama things. Lee, what are you drinking? That looks good.
That's a new
this is
Liquid
a-
Death flavor. That's disgusting. I'm so sorry, Lee.
No, I'm really enjoying it. It's the Liquid Death Rest in Peach, and I'm just trying to go for an endorsement here, Rebecca.
Oh. Hey, it worked.
That's
You
fine.
got
I
my
really like
attention.
Liquid. I like Liquid Death's plain water. Their flavored stuff, I'm so sorry, is
Yeah,
so gross.
I'm very old. I have very little expectation. It tastes
very
Does it
peach
pair
tea.
well with your applesauce?
It does, as long as it's room temperature. Because you get that applesauce too cold, your teeth hurt.
Can I
But
do a pitch real quick?
Liquid
yes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Jay Whitaker from Geek Show, and we like Liquid Death. It goes great with applesauces.
All the applesauces. But yeah, so the other one, I'm finally catching up on Picard. And I'm only behind 2 episodes now because I watched 5 episodes in the last 2 days. Holy cow!
That
Yep.
episode 5 that you're on right now?
It's amazing.
I just finished episode 7 this morning. I couldn't. I had to keep going. This show. Everyone said, "Oh, it's really good. It's really good." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Season 2 was kind of meh, but man, as meh as season 2 was, is how awesome season 3 is. Holy smokes!
All I can say, I'm no spoilers by any means. There are people who have been following Terry Matalas' television series, like 12 Monkeys, and they said you do not know where he's going.
Okay, that
do
was
not.
that was another thing because there is some serious 12 Monkey imagery.
Yeah, no,
in-
it's all him. It's all
In
him.
some of these shots, and I'm like, am I watching 12 Monkeys crossover?
There's
And
so
this
many
guy's-
12 monkeys in here.
But this guy's been doing Trek since Enterprise, so like he's
Oh, man.
he's true
He
blue.
knows it.
And I was like, we get to episode 9, and I'm like, well, you told me I didn't know what was coming, and I didn't know what was coming.
And let me just say, if anyone listening, watching, hasn't watched the 12 Monkeys TV show that was on a few years ago, there's
It's
4
next.
seasons. It is, I thought it was one of
quite
the
good.
coolest things I've
4
ever
times
seen.
12. What is that?
48.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
More episodes than Perry Mason. Sorry.
Man.
Who's next?
Me, are you done, Tony?
Rebecca, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I saw a couple movies. Before I talk about that, if you have a VPN and like Auntie Donna has a new comedy show on ABC, Australian Broadcasting Company or whatever. If you like Auntie Donna, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I saw 3 movies this week. 2 of them are old. One is new. 65, the movie starring Adam Driver. Could honestly go for the rest of my life without seeing another lone wolf and cub trope. It's very good, but I think the market is oversaturated.
Okay.
It is 90 minutes long and knows exactly what it is. It's in and out. It knows its action. If you like this type of predictable action, I had fun. And, the big climax, I was on the edge of my seat like, oh no, are they going to make it or not? And
I mean, it's Adam Driver shooting dinosaurs. I mean, that's
Sounds fun to me.
yeah.
like, honestly, let Adam Driver carry a movie. He can. Like, just give him something better than this. The how of the movie is pretty interesting. Just don't think about it, and you'll have fun.
Okay.
And then I watched Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
How did that go?
So my notes, I only have 2 lines. The first one is "Thanks, I hate it," and the second one is "All right, the movie." So it's just a little much.
I liked it.
I
but
was texting Tony
but,
while I
yeah.
was watching this, and I'm like, I've never done so much heavy sighing in my life.
her texts were not inaccurate. I liked it, but I understand her points 100%.
Like Billy Batson is turning 18, and so he just is this man who turns into another man.
Yeah. Well, see. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a little bit. I mean, especially since Mary Marvel doesn't change bodies when she changes.
Mary Marvel doesn't change bodies. She's the same.
But it's because she's already mature and beautiful, so they don't have to do that because.
Well, and it's going to be on HBO Max next month, so I'll wait.
It's just so much green screen. It is like nothing. I don't think these people were ever in the same room as each other.
I thought Helen Mirren was really cool in it, and
I guess I don't know. The way I was watching it, I'm
then.
like, she's literally just standing around, letting a camera move around her.
did some kicks and punches.
Kind of.
Does Lucy Liu get to do some fun stuff? Because I like
I
her.
guess I don't. Whatever. Yeah,
I like
sure.
her.
I think
I was
it's
happy to see her.
if you have the HBO Max or the Max or HBO Go or HBO Live, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
I say give it a watch.
I
you know?
will.
Anything else
And
we got
then
to run?
and then lastly, I went to go see Renfield, which came out this week. Fun movie was fun. Don't go in expecting a whole heck of a lot. Like
That's pretty much how I go into every Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
here's the thing. Nicolas Cage, he has said it himself. He gives 100% into every role he does. And he's not utilized enough. I mean, I get the movie's called Renfield, and it's about Renfield. And it's does really... Here's what it does pretty well. It highlights narcissistic and codependent relationships and how to best handle yourselves in trying to escape those relationships. It's kind of neat. Other than that, it doesn't land anything 100%. Renfield's whole backstory, Dracula, cool, yeah. Gory, extremely gory. Was not expecting it to be so gory. It's comedy gore, which means it's all CGI, and so there needs to be an assist in the practical department.
Yeah.
Because you would have literal fountains of blood, and then Nicholas Hoult would walk away clean as a whistle. And I'm like, no. I just watched you kick a hole in a guy. You should be covered in blood.
Yeah, go back and watch Sleepy Hollow. There's the scene where Ichabod Crane's chopping into the death tree, and you can almost hear Tim Burton screaming with glee as he sprays gore in his face.
And that's what this movie needed. There's an interview with Nicholas Hoult out right now. I can't remember which article it was in, but it talks about how Tom Cruise is trying so hard to make him a star, and he is just busy with other stuff. And let Nicholas Hoult be an action comedy star. He can totally do it.
Is Nicholas Hoult in Scientology?
No, he's just a fantastic actor.
Oh, well, I feel like if Tom Cruise is pushing him, maybe it's because he's trying to, make him the next Tom Cruise for Scientology.
You got to stand on the couch and go on Oprah and
go
tell
nuts.
the world.
The last thing I'll say about this movie is it's directed by Chris McKay, who has done like the Lego Batman movie. He's done a lot of Tamer movies, and I think he was too held back on this movie. And so I think if he let himself go a little bit more, this movie could have really hit. But I mean, it's fun. Like I said, there was a lot of Dracula fans at my screening, and they all seemed to have fun. Fun movie was fun. That's all.
Okay.
Last Voyage of the Demeter, I think, is going to be my Dracula movie, because that's a chapter that's never really been told, and it's one of the creepiest sections in the book.
I think it's just fascinating that they based a whole movie on one chapter of a book.
Just one appearance. I mean, that's just the
Yeah.
boat that bumps up against the dock and all the plague rats run off of. That's literally it. But the imagery in that scene is like that's the beginning of Gothic horror right there in so many ways, and it's perfect.
Anything else, Rebecca?
That's all.
What did you score? What did you score, Renfield?
Renfield, I gave a 3.5 out of 5. 65, I gave a 3 out of 5. And Shazam, I gave a 2.5 out of 5, which is generous.
Judges.
You know, I'm sorry to interrupt here. I did see a movie last week and forgot to mention it, and I will be talking about it on an upcoming episode of Geek Show Tabletop. The title, so that you can get mad in advance, is How the D&D Movie is Ruining D&D. So get ready.
Oh, okay.
And it's not because I didn't like the D&D movie. I freaking loved it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love the D&D
You're playing with our emotions.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play with everything.
Let's see. Picard, Picard this week, awesome.
Don't
Mando, awesome. Shrinking. I finally finished Shrinking.
Shrinking.
Yeah.
So
Could
good.
be
That's good.
Could be one of the best shows on TV, and I'm convinced that Harrison Ford is not acting. He's just being Harrison
with
Ford.
that-
He's just
with that-
existing.
It's a Bill Lawrence show. The guy, he just does good shows so well.
It's got that Bill Lawrence stank on it.
Exactly. Let's see. Also, if you don't have Pluto TV, get it. Just for
I'm good.
Just for 2 channels. Just for 2 channels.
The Sailor
Because-
Moon channel.
No, because 24/7 I can watch Mystery Science Theater or Riff Tracks, and they're right next to each other. So it's like you just go back and forth.
Carrie, do you know how often I go over to my parents' house and that's what's on the TV is one of those 2 channels?
I believe that. But I finally saw Cocaine Bear. Yes, I'm late to the party.
Oh, I'm late to that party. I haven't seen it yet either.
Yes.
Here's the thing, and we were talking about this, and it's just it is what it is. I can't
A
recommend it.
romp of a time.
I can't say it's terrible. It is what it is. But there's a lot of kills in this, but the one kill that made me wince more than any of them didn't involve a bear. I'll just say that, okay?
Was it Margot Martindale?
Whoa, spoilers.
Hey,
I'm not
What,
telling
Margot
you what happened.
Martindale's in this?
Beloved character actress Margot Martindale, yeah.
yes, that one. didn't
Yeah, that
involve
one
a
was
bear.
brutal. That one was
Didn't
rough.
involve- that one upset me more than any of them. Anyway, so that's Cocaine Bear.
Good news about Pluto TV. It's free.
It's free.
You don't have to
And
pay
they have a
anything
Sailor
for
Moon
it.
channel. You can watch Sailor Moon 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well,
Cocaine
Yeah.
Bear's on
Yeah.
Peacock right now, so you can watch it on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
It's for
Let's
free.
see. Games, or are we good?
Oh, no, we actually have some games coming out now, finally. April's actually a pretty loaded month, but it's all backloaded.
I'll say.
That's also a very loaded aunt of mine is named April. So
I don't know where to go with that. So games,
always drunk, Tony. Always drunk.
we got this week Minecraft Legends is coming out. That looks pretty cool if you're into the Minecrafts and real-time strategy games. It's always kind of a big thing when they put out a new Minecraft game. We got Puzzle Quest 3. If you like the Puzzle Quest games. What else? Okay. So this one I'm actually excited for, unlike the previous 2 I mentioned. Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC. If you like the Horizon games, which they are awesome, Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West, this is a DLC expansion for the second one, and those games are so cool. What's that face, Jay? What's that?
It's just. Keep going.
He's just making fun of you. That's all.
Why are you making fun of me, man?
Because that title just didn't make sense. Puzzle was like the name. Read the
Oh,
name
we're
of
back
that
on
title.
Puzzle. We're back on Puzzle Quest 3.
No. Go back to the title of that game.
I don't get it. Puzzle Quested. I don't get it.
Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores.
That's a different game.
Oh,
That's
there's
a different
colon.
game.
There's a colon in there. Horizon Forbidden West. You're not wrong. It's a
Colon.
long name. But don't
Sorry.
don't disregard the colon.
You asked.
Never.
The
It's-
kingdom
it's-
of the
I didn't wanna
Seven
say anything.
Kingdoms,
You
colon, a
asked.
Game of Thrones kingdom.
It's very important to never neglect a colon.
If you like the wise words, Carrie, wise words. If you're a big fan of the old Final Fantasy games, the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series is coming out on PS4 and Switch. That's
Tell
like
my brother-in-law.
Colon.
that's like Final Fantasy, I think 1 through 6 or something like that, all bundled up, and they went through and really shined up the graphics so you
The
can see
turd.
all the pixels. Whoa, not a turd.
If Tactics is in there, it's an insta-buy for me, because Final Fantasy Tactics is amazing.
I don't know if that one's in there. That's a good question. All right, we're rolling along on this week. Something called Cavity Busters. I think this goes back to
Is that
Carrie's
colon?
Mind Your Colon.
Brought to you by Cologuard. One simple bucket, you'll find out if you need. Yep.
Let me go get the
What
box.
cavity we busting?
Cavity Buster
whichever one you
good.
Cavity Buster Tactics.
Also, you got to have a good tactic when you're going in. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. If you like the Advance Wars games on Game Boy Advance back in the day, it's a remake of those. And then this one looks pretty good. Dead Island 2 is finally coming out. This game was announced like 8 years ago, and it's gone through, I think.
I remember the first one. Holy moly!
Yeah,
They make the new mutants.
I had a full head of hair when that came out.
exactly. So Dead Island 2, I think, has been through 3 different developers and 2 different reboots before they're just scrapping it and starting over. But the developer they finally landed on to do it, to finish it out, looks like it's a good developer. I think it's Dam Buster Studios, if I remember correctly, and they have some good games to their names. So Dead Island 2 looks pretty neat. And that is it for games.
I should also throw in Egg Foo. I'm almost just terrible, not horribly sucky at Monster Hunter, so get ready. It's coming. It's coming.
Can I throw one last pitch that I forgot
Sure.
to mention? Go to my channel, The Critic's Darling, and I've uploaded a new video where I watched Total Recall for the first time. I forgot to
Check it
mention
out.
I watched Total Recall. That got a 4 out of 5 out of me, you guys. What a fantastic movie.
Great
It was an
movie.
amazing movie.
Yeah.
Eyeballs.
And also, coming later this week, Rebecca and I review the pretzel crust pizza from Little Caesars.
And Dr. Pepper Strawberries Cream.
Can't forget about that.
And on Monday at 3 o'clock, Lee and I will talk about the latest episode of Picard, Season 3.
And this is going to sound really weird, but I've actually took a new role as the production director for a local landscaping company called the
Lee taking
Yard
another
Farmer.
job on her.
No, I mean, but I didn't leave the other one first. I'm just working all the jobs
What's
together.
the name of it again, Lee? I'm sorry.
Yardfarmer.co is the website, and she is a sustainable landscape designer, and I'm actually producing her videos, which started on the Yard Farmer YouTube channel last week. She is absolutely delightful.
It's really good.
So she's and last night we just talked about grass for an hour, and I was like, outside of the other grass, I was stunned that one human being could know this much about just different types of grass. So yeah,
Jay got really excited to talk about grass.
Because it's grass season. It's cutting time. 'Cause,
Do a collab with Mos Def.
Yeah, my OnlyFans, y'all. My OnlyFans, Mos Def, MOWSDEF. It's lawn season, baby. I'm about to get it in. Yes.
we'll have her people call your people. And we'll
Jay,
get it
does
worked
BB
out.
Newworth know about your Most Def?
Probably.
She better.
Hey,
Probably.
real quick. Since you brought her up, I do want to bring her up and bring up my wife. I want to really just shout out my wife right now because she is a wonderful dancer, and she has been auditioning for professional teams, the Patriots, the Raiderettes, the Utah Jazz, even the Celtics. Or not the Celtics, but she actually auditioned for the WNBA's Connecticut Sun, and she made the team. And this is a wonderful opportunity.
Congratulations!
If you don't follow the WNBA, please do, because one, there's a lot of money being put into it right now, and I know this is a geek podcast, but we're going to talk sports for 30 more seconds, and we're going to get out of here. But I will tell you right now, this is a wonderful opportunity for her. So if you see my wife or you follow my wife, just give her a shout out because she got some praise, and she got some praise from BB Newworth herself. You know, she hit up Kat and was like, "Hey, congratulations, girl."
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome.
I'm really just proud of my wife. So that's it. You know, that's what I've been consuming.
Well, again, thank you all for being here. Like and subscribe, of course, and we'll see you next month at Broovies, and we'll see you here next week, and our shows on our YouTube channels. We're everywhere. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Goodbye.
Bye.
No touchy.
No squeezy.